How exactly did you prove your unsupportive parents wrong? My father has called me a disappointment of a daughter for most of my life. The only time my parents spoke to me was when they wanted to compare me to my accomplished cousins. It only ended when I eventually had enough and revealed my cousin's truth. But that didn't happen for a while. When I graduated from high school, they looked at the list of colleges I applied to and sneered. "Aren't you embarrassed that you're going to such mediocre schools when your cousin Jessica graduated from an Ivy League?" I told them that my grades and activities weren't enough for a top university, and our family couldn't afford one even if I did get accepted. My mother looked at me with disgust and blamed it all on my lack of ambition. She said if I had put in real effort, then I would easily get a full ride and graduate from the same school as Jessica. She conveniently ignored the fact that Jessica's parents had pulled major strings and made hefty donations to secure her admission. Anyway, I moved away and hoped that one day they would come around and value me. But every time I called home, all they would discuss was how Jessica launched a new startup, her sister bought a penthouse, and especially how they both received huge promotions at the firm founded by their mother. After I graduated and landed a job, I decided to bring my boyfriend home to meet my parents. Oh, how I wish I never made that choice. When I walked into their house with him, my parents cornered me and basically began attacking my boyfriend. My mother said, "How can you date someone who works in retail? Are you trying to humiliate us?" My father followed with, "Jessica's husband is a surgeon. Compared to her, your life is pathetic. If I were you, I would have given up long ago." Now that crossed every possible line. I immediately took my boyfriend's hand and left, but not before saying one thing. "If you think Jessica is so flawless, then just wait until I show you the truth." Now, it's worth noting that even though I said that, I never expected for the chance to come so quickly. 4 days later, I was leaving the gym when I spotted Jessica downtown. I knew she was in my city for a conference, but she was standing by her Tesla and embracing a man who was definitely not her husband. I grabbed my phone and started filming. Eventually, they got in the car and left, so I followed them just in case the video wasn't clear enough. I recorded them entering a luxury hotel with their hands intertwined. After I got home, I told my boyfriend about it, and we immediately reached out to Jessica's husband. "You need to understand that this man wasn't your typical arm candy. He had his own medical practice that he built from scratch, and had a reputation for taking down anyone who crossed him. He posted all the evidence on social media and tagged everyone in our family. He even revealed Jessica's secrets, which included her very particular preferences involving role-play scenarios at hotels. That's the main reason she was cheating, since her husband was too conservative to indulge her fantasies. The aftermath was explosive. Jessica's parents threatened him to remove everything and stay quiet, but it backfired and allowed him to get primary custody of their 3 kids. He was also aware of some business dealings and decided to expose those to their investors, which meant a devastating loss for Jessica's parents. They had no choice but to redirect their fury from the ex-husband to their own daughter. They cut off her trust fund and access to family properties and relegated her to a studio apartment. She couldn't cope since she never learned how to survive independently. Once the dust settled, I called my parents, who were also reeling, and asked them, "Do you still think I'm worthless when compared to the ever-perfect Jessica?" They grudgingly admitted that they were wrong to compare us and hadn't seen the complete truth about their golden standard.